Hey there, Wastelanders, it's Brother Mike, and thank you so much for joining me. Today, we're going to be talking about Fallout Season 2, and how unfortunately it feels really rushed, and why. And before we start today's video, I want to make it extremely clear that I really enjoyed Fallout Season 2. I liked a lot of what they did in Season 2, but there are a lot of things that felt rushed or breezed over, or were supposed to be held at more of an importance to the fan base, but it's like we don't really care about it because we didn't see these people. And so, the biggest show of how season 2 was like actually rushed was we saw the Legion, who are supposed to be the big bad in the next season, for not even 20 minutes of screen time the entire season. We don't really know anything about them besides from the 2-minute lore explanation that or not even Lanius, he doesn't have a name, we don't even know, the new Caesar or whatever, gave Lucy when they showed up there, but still, there's no... They... It's an absolute shell of what it was once before. Like, I'm having an aneurysm even trying to say it, because there's so many different things that rush to my mind. I mean, they drag us along with the horrible Vault 23 and 33 drama this time around. Some of the Vault stuff in the first season was the best stuff of the season. But because we don't have time to spend with these characters, because there's 8 separate plot points going on at once, and by the end of the season, it's like, oh, we didn't catch the bad guy Hank because he wiped his memory, but there's a new bad guy, the Enclave, that we have to stop. But then there's also these other bad guys that are attacking Vegas right now. And then these good guys showed up, but before we said all those good guys weren't here. And then, oh yeah, all those legionaries that where we showed maybe 100 of them in the camp, there's like 1,000 of them marching on Vegas right now somehow. And then also they apparently still have their land out in Arizona and such. Brother, what? They bit off more than they could chew. We should have been a slow burn with the Legion and the NCR and not like shoved them in there, because now next season there's gonna have to be a battle between the NCR and Caesar's Legion. And are they gonna do that justice? Are they gonna do Mr. House justice? Are they gonna rush him next season for the next character? I mean, he's the only thing they didn't really rush. I thought they did a perfect job with Mr. House, but then you look at some of these other side stories, and like Cooper falling on the pole was ultimately for nothing. Like he got a piece of uranium shoved in his ghoul hole, but like you showed us the super mutant, and I thought, oh, we were gonna see the super mutant show up in this finale, and it'll be their big broadcast of a super mutant on screen. And no, all we got was a nameless super mutant that asked for Cooper's help and then kicked him out, which conveniently led him directly to Maximus and Thaddeus, where they conveniently found literally an army's worth of weapons sitting in an old NCR camp. Why doesn't the Legion have access to that? Why, I don't know, it didn't feel earned. Nothing felt earned this season, in my opinion. I mean, the Brotherhood, they had a really good pace with it at the start. I was really liking it. Nothing. And then we leave one thing at the end for a Liberty Prime thing where they'll probably just mess with Liberty Prime's lore now. So, what was the whole focus of them? And they put a lot of focus on them in those first few episodes. And then they got Cold Fusion taken from them in the easiest way possible. Literally any single one of us. You could be in a wheelchair and you would have been able to sneak Cold Fusion past them in that moment. I mean, anyone. I mean, it doesn't make sense how easy it was stolen and just ran away with. And now they're still fighting, even though there's nothing to fight over. They don't have Cold Fusion anymore. And then it was episode 6 or 7 when we stopped getting questions. And the things we got answered were half answers to lead us on for next season, which is getting me to the whole point of this video, which is, yes, the show is rushed, but it was because I don't think they had enough money to actually do Vegas. And I think they really dug a hole for themselves because, honestly, the way Vegas is portrayed in Fallout Season 2 is nothing like it is in the games or even in the most distorted version of the games. Even with the Dust DLC, Vegas would have been better off if that was the canonical ending. So what's going on? Why did they have to invalidate our gameplays and our choices that we make for a genuinely horrible outcome that isn't anything that's spilled out for us and is, oh, everyone has a chance to win? And those who are defending it, there's no reason to defend it. It's lazy. It's sloppy. They should have just went with House. But you know why they didn't go with House? Because Vegas would have had to been fully pristine. We would have had to go into some of the casinos, and that was too much money. But you know what's cheap? A few sets that you reuse over and over again, and then places in real life that aren't anywhere in the Mojave. But we got a lot of added locations in the Mojave. And also, big thing, Vegas isn't my favorite game. And I have my own qualms with Vegas and such. I'm a Fallout 3 purist, you could say. So I'm not sitting, oh, they ruined my game. No, I at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Well, to the story it matters because it just totally invalidates the things that we did in those games. Like, the Battle of Hoover Dam was for nothing at this point, if this is what the outcome is. And in their, what would the word be? In them trying to appeal to everybody, they've appealed to nobody. And on top of that, this is to the fans. To people who have not watched the show, they have no idea what is going on at all. They don't understand what's going on with the Legion. They haven't really been shown that they're bad guys other than putting Lucy up on a cross. They could have done a good job at showing us, not even through visibly showing us, but through people talking about them. They're like Freeside. They don't understand that like Freeside's a cool place. They just think, oh, it's like the town, right? And Vegas has always had death claws in it. It's like, no, Vegas was like actually like operational in the Wasteland, and they're like, what do you mean? They're like, but everything's destroyed. I mean, for people who've never played the games, they have such a distorted view of Vegas, and are also out of the, I'd say there's 5 people who don't play the games that I speak to. All of them were extremely disappointed with the ending. Yet, if I am to speak out about it, I get endless poop from it. I don't understand why. There's some huge glaring issues. And I bet when Oxhorn goes and talks about it, he won't get any blowback then. So, I don't know. These are things that need to be put out there. I mean, if we don't criticize and give our feedback back, they're just going to do more to destroy the lore around it. Which, I mean, ultimately, if they do such a bad job that everyone starts hating the show, Bethesda will just say, it's not a part of canon anymore. Because I don't think they have even gotten, like, I don't know. Vegas was, in my opinion, they didn't show Vegas at all. This wasn't them showing us Vegas. It was, everything we saw was destroyed and a mere shadow or a shell of itself. And that is not what War Never Changes means. A lot of people say, well, he doesn't understand what War Never Changes means. People never change, which always lead to conflict, not destruction. Sometimes that conflict can lead to destruction, but not destruction of a whole entire game space. This is next level cope I've been seeing. And I know I've been all over the place in this video, but it all stems from them rushing this plot line through. They could have taken it slow. They could have just added the Mr. House stuff in, went along with the vault stuff, and the Norm stuff. They dragged out what could be 2 episodes of a Norm story across the entire season. And I don't think anyone cared about Norm. Everything that happened to Norm happened within a 2-day period. Or 2 to 3 day period. Everything that happened to Lucy and the Ghoul, we don't know. We don't know with Hank. The pacing was horrible. I mean, that final episode is jumping around each story trying to finish it, and then they couldn't even finish a story they wasted our time with the entire time, which was Betty versus the Snack Club. They couldn't even finish that for us or give us something for it. It doesn't make any sense at all. But yeah, I'm rambling at this point. They really rushed the season, and it shows with all of these questions still up in the air and random plot lines and random just total destructions of very cool characters for the plot. I'm speaking of the chicken lover. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you disagreed or didn't like something I said in this video, let's talk about it in the comments. And if you did like this video and you want to see more, why don't you consider liking and subscribing? We also have a Discord that's in my about page, so go check that out. And yeah, and also thank you guys so much. We're at 1,360 subscribers. You guys are the best, and I thank you all so much. I'm unsure if I'm gonna live stream tonight, but we will be live this weekend, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and maybe Tuesday. So I will see you then, and I thank you so much for watching me. So with all of that being said, you don't forget, you are cared for, you are loved, and you stay safe out there, Wastelanders.